Good morning, everyone, and welcome to worship. My name is Jenny, and it is so wonderful to see everyone here today. We are going to get started with Dylan lighting our chalice for us and Marion singing our song. Feel free to follow along at home if you would like. All right, Dylan, you can light our chalice now.
I'll say the words. We light this chalice to celebrate Unitarian Universalism. We are the church of the open minds. We are the church of the loving hearts. We are the church of the helping hands.
Okay. Thank you so much. I am going to lead us in our song. I think Alan has put the words to the song in the chat so everyone can see them. So warm up your voice, take a deep breath. Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the struggle and the power, Spirit, draw near.
Thank you, Dylan, and thank you, Marion. That was a wonderful way to start our worship. Thank you all so much. All right. Now it is time for the most exciting part of church, finding out what is in our toolbox. All right, let's all take a look together. Ooh, what is this today? We have such a beautiful thing in our toolbox. It's my own face. Ugh, looking so good. Wait, no, I'm not in the toolbox. It's a mirror that was in our toolbox. I was just seeing my reflection in the mirror. Oh, I get it. But wait, mirrors aren't normal construction tools. You can't build anything with them. No, and they're too fragile to be kept in toolboxes like this. But why would we have a mirror in our toolbox today? They aren't great tools for construction and building things, but mirrors are wonderful tools for spiritual construction. What I mean by spiritual construction is that mirrors can help us be better because they can help us learn about ourselves and the world around us. Do you remember when we've talked about the 7 principles? Those are the 7 basic beliefs that all Unitarian Universalists share and are the foundation of our religion. The 4th principle says that we encourage a free and responsible search for truth and meaning. This is a fancy way of saying that we believe that people should always be trying to learn and grow spiritually so that they can understand themselves and the world in a deeper way. A mirror can teach us one way to be better at understanding things because mirrors are reflective. That means when I look into the mirror, it reflects back my image and I can see myself. We can be like mirrors when we reflect on our lives. Reflecting means thinking back about things that we have learned or events that have happened, and then going back and thinking about them at a later time. When we look back, we have a new perspective. A new perspective means a new or a different way to look at things. When we are able to look at things from many different viewpoints, we have a better understanding of the big picture. Speaking of pictures, let's use a mirror to show us how reflecting gives us a better understanding of situations. Look at this drawing I made. It's kind of hard to tell what it is, right? Is it like a person or like what's this big pink blob in the middle? Like what could this be? Well, so this picture right now represents what we can understand without reflecting. We can only see part of the picture. But if we use a mirror, and reflect, we can see the whole image. And see? And we see that it is a cow. That was pretty cool. So with the mirror, it showed us a new perspective and we could see the whole image was a cow. Or what about this drawing I did? Does it go like this way or this way? If I look at it right now with what I know about it, I might say it looks like the letter C. But if we reflect it, we can tell that it's actually a heart. If you had asked me what the picture was without reflecting, I would have just said that it was the letter C, and I would have been wrong. But when I used the mirror, I had a new perspective and could understand that it was a heart. The point of using mirrors and the images was to show how different ways of looking at things gives us a better understanding of what they actually are. But what about reflecting in real life? Do I just carry a mirror around with me all the time and like look in it and look at things? No, that'd be silly. Instead, reflecting spiritually is something we can do with our minds. We think about the things we have learned or what has happened, and then we try to consider all the different parts that could have impacted it. For example, you could think about all the different thoughts and feelings that each person had at the time. Let's talk through some examples together. Imagine that yesterday you got into a fight with your sibling because they used markers and colored all over your favorite book. And you were just so mad, and you decide that you are never going to talk to them ever again. You're so angry. Now, let's practice reflecting together. And let's see if we can think of some other perspectives that might make us better understand what really happened. For example, think about how you felt in the moment. Maybe you were really tired that day, so you got a lot angrier than you normally would have and kind of overreacted a little bit. Or think about it from your sibling's point of view. Maybe they noticed that your book didn't have any pictures in it, and they thought that they were going to help you out and make it look really beautiful for you. So they didn't mean to make you angry. They were trying to do something nice. After reflecting on the situation, we have a better understanding of what happened, and therefore we can make a better decision that we do in fact love our sibling and do want to talk to them again. We also reflect all the time in church. Whenever we talk about other religions, we then think about the bigger lessons of love and compassion that they can teach us. Reflecting is an important part of spiritual construction because it is a way of showing love for others. When we reflect on others, we are showing consideration and compassion. When we reflect on things we have learned, we are showing a willingness to have open minds. This week, I have 2 special activities for you to try at home. First, I want you to try and make your very own mirror drawings. To do this, you need a piece of paper and some markers, and I want you to draw half of your image, making sure that it lines up with the edge of the paper. Then, take your mirror, place it along the edge, and see what the full picture you made is. Try that at home. It's kind of fun. The second activity that I want you to do at home this week is to practice reflecting. Because of the pandemic, we are all stuck at home, inside, with the same people all the time. And it can be really frustrating, right? Seeing the same people, sometimes they can be a little annoying. But when you are feeling so frustrated, I want you to take a moment and reflect on the situation and think about how your family members might also be feeling right now. Right? And then deep breath and show compassion and care during this time. You can also reflect when you're feeling happy. You can take a few minutes to sit and think about why you love all your family members and all the amazing things that make them special. Bonus points if you go and tell them why you love them. A quote about reflecting that I really like is one that I heard from Ellen DeGeneres, and it is, sometimes you can't see yourself clearly until you see yourself through the eyes of others. What this quote means is that when we reflect on ourselves, it can be a little tricky to think of different perspectives on ourselves because we are just ourselves. We don't know how other people see us. So when we do find out what people think about us, it gives us a new understanding of ourselves. This quote is the inspiration for today's breakout activity. In a few minutes, we are all going to zoom out into our small circle groups. And in these groups, everyone will have a chance to share joys and sorrows. Then, today's special activity is you are going to be a mirror. You're going to pick someone else in your breakout room and tell them a very nice and thoughtful compliment about what wonderful things you see about them. And then the person you complimented will compliment someone else in the group who hasn't been complimented yet. And you'll keep going until everyone in the group has been complimented. To give an example, if I was in a breakout room right now and I am mirroring Marion, I might say, Marion, something I notice and love about you is that you always remember the things I tell you and then ask me about them later, and this makes me feel very loved. Then Marion would go next, and she would compliment Kat. Kat would compliment Alan, and we'd keep going until everyone in the group had been complimented. So we are going to be sent out to our breakout rooms now, where you will share joys and concerns, and then do a compliment circle, mirroring everyone in your breakout room. Then, when we finish our breakout rooms, we are all going to zoom back here together to extinguish our chalices. So when you get a notification on your screen, click Join Breakout Room.